What if you could quit your federal job and still get your pension later? What if HR hands you an exit strategy while whispering about reorgs, stress, and looming layoffs? That's exactly what's happening with Deferred Resignation 2.0. But here's the twist. Walking away isn't always the smartest move. Today, I'll show you how to figure out if that option is right for you or a trap dressed up like a bonus check. Before we get into DRP 2.0, I want you to know I created a full video that explains what a reduction in force actually is, how HR ranks employees, and what veteran preference does for you in a RIF scenario. You can find that video linked in the description and as a pinned comment. Now, here's what's at stake in this video. If you're a veteran working in the federal space, you have options most people don't even know about. But if you don't understand what DRP 2.0 really means, you could leave tens of thousands on the table. Or worse, walk out without a plan. Now let me break it all down. DRP 2.0 is the government's way of letting you quit strategically. You resign, but not in the traditional clean out your desk and lose everything kind of way. Instead, if you've got at least 5 years of credible service, and that includes military time you bought back, you can resign now and still be able to receive a deferred annuity later in life. That means your retirement isn't erased. You just hit pause. Here's the catch though. You don't get health insurance anymore. You can't touch your pension until you hit the retirement age. And you can't come back to federal service without jumping through some hoops. But if you do walk away with your service time banked, and depending on the offer, a nice cash payout to soften the landing. So is it worth it? Depends on your goals. Let me walk you through my situation and we'll look at a few more scenarios that might feel familiar. Right now, I'm being offered Deferred Resignation 2.0 with 5 months of pay. Now that sounds great on paper, especially because I'm confident I can land a new job before that pay runs out. But here's the reality. My workload is about to spike because everyone taking the DRP is leaving. So the weight will fall on the people who stay. And we expecting a new baby this summer. And that means I got the opportunity to take maternity leave, which gives me a full year to work part-time, take care of my kid, and still get my federal salary. If I take DRP 2.0, I walk away now and avoid the stress, but I lose that part-time parental leave benefit and gotta find work right away once my 5-month payment runs out. And what's great about the paternity leave in the government as a federal employee is that my leave, I basically get 3 months of leave, and I have the option to stretch that out for an entire year, which equates to about 2 or 3 days a week for that year. Now, if I stay, I get to focus on my family, stretch my paternity leave for a year, keep my full pay, and still hold on to my federal position and all benefits. Yes, I have to return for 1 year full-time service after that leave, but I've already calculated the value, and honestly, it's worth it. So while DRP sounds clean and easy, it doesn't fit my life right now. And that's the point. The numbers might work, but the timing doesn't. Now, before you make a call on DRP 2.0, go download my RIF survival guide at simplevetbenefits.com. I walk you through how to calculate your annuity, what happens if you take DRP, how paternity leave and military time affect your timeline, and if you're high on the RIF register or not. Plus, I'll show you how to talk to HR without sounding like you're flying blind. That's all at simplevetbenefits.com. And while you're there, check out the chest pack I recommended. It's Veteran Tough and parent approved. Now let's talk about a few real life scenarios that might match your situation. So scenario 1 is the burned out admin vet. You've got 12 years total, 8 civilian, 4 military, and bought back your time. You're not at retirement yet, but the stress is eating you alive. They offer you DRP 2.0 with 6 months of pay. Now why would you take it? You already lined up a contracting job and you're ready to go. So why would you stay? You're only 3 years from being eligible for early retirement, which is MRA plus 10. And if you leave now, you lose FEHB, which is your health benefits. Scenario 2, the near retirement rock star. You've got 18 years in, you're 48 years old, HR whispers that VERA might be offered next year. Now here's why that person would take DRP 2.0. You hate waiting for rumors to become offered. Now why would that person stay? If VERA hits next year, you can retire early with full benefits. 1 more year of stress for 20 years of reward. Might be worth the wait. Scenario 3, the new parent fed. You're expecting your first kid. You have the hours built up for parental leave and want that year of flexible work time. Here's why they would take DRP. You want to leave the government life behind completely. Now, why would you stay? The year of full pay while working part-time is too good to pass up. And you want the health insurance for your new kid. Scenario 4, the RIF watchdog. You're hearing rumors, but you've got 10 years of federal time and 4 years military buyback. You're not high on the RIF list, but you're not low either. DRP is on the table. So here's why that person would take it. They're ready for the private sector and want the payout. Here's why they stay. They want to see how the dust settles. And their resume isn't really ready yet. At the end of the day, DRP 2.0 is just a tool. It's not the answer. It gives you a runway, but not a retirement. It gives you options, but not all of them. And for veterans, that military time you bought back, your RIF standing, your parental leave, you have layers of benefits that most employees don't. So ask yourself, do you need to exit now? Or you can leverage the benefits you already earned, just a little longer? If you're still feeling unsure, go watch my reduction in force overview. It explains exactly how the RIF register works and what makes veterans safer than most. And right after that, remember, you're not stuck, you're strategic, and that's what wins.